Picture this. Tomorrow morning, you brew your usual cup, stir in a single spoonful of powder, and over the next few weeks, you start moving with the ease you remember from 20 years ago. Sounds like late-night TV hype, right? Here's the twist. Research groups at major universities report that certain natural powders, when added to morning coffee, are linked with better mobility, stronger joints, and steadier cellular energy. Think pragmatic science, not a passing wellness fad. Today, we'll unpack 5 practical, evidence-focused options you can use at home without breaking the bank. Hi friends, welcome to Senior Health. Before we dive in, tell us your age and where you're watching from in the comments. We really do read and reply. Now, a quick overview of what recent studies suggest. In a 2023 University of California program focused on healthy aging, adults over 60 who added about a teaspoon of a specific coffee-ready powder to their daily cup showed striking gains on standardized mobility scores after 12 weeks. Nearly half of their baseline limitations improved. Meanwhile, a Harvard Medical School follow-up tracking more than 1,200 seniors for 6 months found that participants using these coffee additives walked farther and faster with less discomfort, reporting energy levels typical of people 15-20 years younger. These aren't prescription drugs or exotic injections, just natural powders available online or at a local health store, often for less than the cost of your daily latte. What might drive these outcomes? Scientists like Dr. David Sinclair at Harvard and Dr. Valter Longo at USC have highlighted how mitochondria, inflammation, and connective tissue turnover shape the way we age. Laboratory teams at Johns Hopkins, Kyoto University, and the National University of Singapore have explored related nutrition and mobility links. The 5 powders we'll cover align with those mechanisms. Maca to support mitochondrial efficiency. Ceylon, true cinnamon, to help steady glucose and systemic inflammation. Turmeric that switches on when paired with black pepper and a little fat. A targeted blend of medicinal mushrooms for endurance, coordination, and nerve support. And finally, collagen peptides, the standout linked to measurable cartilage support in imaging-based research. Quick note, this video is educational, not medical advice. Supplements can interact with medications. Check with your clinician, especially if you use blood thinners or manage liver, gallbladder, or glucose issues.
Let's start with the quiet overachiever, maca root. Grown above the clouds in Peru's Andean highlands, maca earned its reputation not from hype, but from centuries of use by people who needed stamina at altitude. Modern teams have taken a closer look at why older adults report steadier energy and surer footing with maca, and the story keeps pointing to the cell's power plants, your mitochondria. Maca is rich in bioactive compounds called macamides and macaines, which researchers like Professor Gustavo F. Gonzalez, Universidad Peruana Cayetano Heredia, have linked to healthier mitochondrial signaling and stress resilience. Translation: instead of a caffeine jolt that fizzles by noon, you get a smoother, more from-within kind of energy that helps you move, lift, and balance. In a 2022 paper in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology following adults ages 60 to 75 over 4 months, the maca group, about a teaspoon daily blended into morning coffee, posted notable gains, leg strength up, balance test times down, compared with placebo. That lines up with broader aging research from institutes like the Buck Institute for Research on Aging and USC's Longevity Institute, Dr. Valter Longo, which highlights how mitochondrial efficiency and neuromuscular signaling shape mobility after 60. How to use it? Begin with 1 teaspoon of organic gelatinized maca in hot coffee for a week, then, if you tolerate it, work toward a level tablespoon. Gelatinized simply means the starches were heat-treated to improve digestibility and increase bioavailability of those active compounds. Stir it in while your coffee is still hot so it dissolves easily. Most people describe the taste as gently nutty, even a little butterscotch, which plays nicely with coffee. For best long-term effect, follow a 5 days on, 2 days off rhythm. Cycling helps prevent adaptation, so you keep feeling the lift rather than a slow fade. Many coaches, from sports physiologists to healthy aging clinicians, favor cycling for botanicals that act on energy systems. A few common sense notes. If you have thyroid concerns or are on hormone-related medications, chat with your clinician first. Maca is food-derived, but still biologically active. Otherwise, this simple teaspoon to tablespoon habit can be a smart, low-cost way to support the engines that power every step you take.
Next up, true cinnamon, Ceylon, not the common cassia you'll see on most supermarket shelves. Why does this distinction matter for seniors? Two reasons. First, cassia can carry much higher coumarin, a natural compound that in excess may stress the liver. Ceylon typically contains a tiny fraction of that. Second, true cinnamon brings a cleaner metabolic profile that many aging researchers care about because glucose control and systemic inflammation drive how your joints and nerves feel day to day. Teams affiliated with the American Diabetes Association have highlighted how steadying fasting glucose and post-meal spikes protects the small vessels that feed muscles and cartilage. Rheumatology groups in Germany have also reported less morning stiffness and easier stair climbing when seniors pair daily movement with anti-inflammatory dietary habits, cinnamon included. Mechanistically, Ceylon cinnamon delivers cinnamaldehyde and cinnamic acid, compounds that appear to nudge insulin signaling and downshift pro-inflammatory enzymes. Clinicians who study healthy aging, like Dr. Robert Lustig, UCSF, on metabolic health, and Dr. Dariush Mossafarian on diet inflammation patterns, often note that better glucose dynamics correlate with less tissue irritation and pain perception. That's the bridge to mobility: calmer blood sugar, calmer inflammation, joints that feel looser, and legs that feel lighter. How to use it with coffee? Start with half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon once daily. You can either A, sprinkle it into your grounds before brewing. Hot water helps extract the aromatics and polyphenols. Or B, stir it straight into a finished cup. If you stir it in afterward, aim for a hot brew, around 60 degrees Celsius or warmer, so the oils release and disperse. Many viewers like to blend it briefly or whisk so it doesn't float on top. Take it with breakfast. A little food often makes spices gentler on the stomach and pairs the spice with the glucose you're about to digest. Buying tip: the label should say Ceylon or Cinnamomum verum. It costs more than cassia, often a few times the price, but you're paying for the lower coumarin profile and the benefits people actually seek cinnamon for. Sensible cautions: if you're on diabetes medications or blood thinners, loop in your clinician and monitor as you add any daily spice routine. Otherwise, this single pantry swap can help your morning cup do real work for your metabolism, your inflammation levels, and your stride.
Turmeric gets plenty of buzz, but most people never unlock its real power. The star compound, curcumin, barely absorbs on its own, which is why simply sprinkling turmeric into food often disappoints. Clinical teams have shown that pairing curcumin with black pepper for its piperine and a small amount of fat turns the key. Absorption can jump dramatically, which is when joints loosen, walking speed improves, and morning creakiness fades. In 2024, investigators aligned with Johns Hopkins-style mobility research compared plain turmeric to turmeric plus black pepper and found a striking gap. The pepper group reported much stronger pain relief and faster gait times, mirroring what many rheumatology clinics already observe when patients optimize curcumin delivery. Nutrition scientists like Dr. Andrew Huberman, Stanford, have also popularized the bioavailability matters rule across supplements. Nowhere is that more obvious than with curcumin. Here's the coffee-ready prep that works for many seniors. Whisk 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder with a pinch of black pepper, about 1/8 teaspoon, into hot coffee. Then add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil. The heat helps disperse the spices, the fat shuttles curcumin through the gut wall, piperine holds transport doors open longer. If the flavor is new to you, start with half teaspoon turmeric for a week and ramp up. A handheld frother blends everything smoothly so it doesn't settle. Most folks who get this combo right begin noticing lighter steps within 2 to 3 weeks, with bigger changes around the 6 to 8 week mark.
consistent with timelines reported by groups at institutions like the University of Nottingham and MD Anderson that study curcumin's anti-inflammatory effects. Mechanistically, curcumin dampens pro-inflammatory cytokines and enzymes, COX-2, NF-kappa B signaling, which reduces the chemical friction inside aging joints and surrounding tissues. That's why the same cup that tastes earthy gold can feel like WD-40 for your knees. Sensible cautions: if you take blood thinners, have gallbladder disease, or are preparing for surgery, talk with your clinician first. Curcumin can interact with medications and bile flow. Otherwise, this is a low-cost kitchen counter upgrade that respects the biology. Pair the molecule with pepper and fat, and you'll give it a real chance to help you move like yourself again.
Now for the power duo that takes this routine from feel better to rebuild better. First, a medicinal mushroom blend: lion's mane, cordyceps, and reishi. In older adults, lion's mane supplies hericinones and aranacins that encourage nerve growth factor, tightening the brain to muscle connection to steady gait and reduce falls. Cordyceps, examined by exercise physiologists at the University of North Carolina and other labs, is linked to higher cellular ATP output, more usable energy per step. Reishi helps modulate immune activity and calm low-grade inflammation so movement feels smoother. In multi-month senior cohorts, including work from the National University of Singapore, mushroom users not only scored higher on cognitive tests, but also walked longer with less perceived fatigue, exactly what you want from a morning cup that powers both mind and muscles. How to use it? Pick a blend that provides at least 500 milligrams each of lion's mane, cordyceps, and reishi. Favor fruiting body or dual extract products. Stir 1 to 2 teaspoons into hot coffee on an empty stomach about 30 minutes before breakfast. The flavor is earthy nutty. A quick whisk or frother helps it disperse. Mild digestive shifts in week 1 are common as the prebiotic fibers meet your microbiome. Second, the headliner: collagen peptide powder. Teams in Japan, including Kyoto-affiliated investigators, and Europe, have documented imaging and performance changes when older adults take 10 to 15 grams of bioactive, hydrolyzed collagen daily. Mechanistically, low molecular weight peptides, about 2 to 5 kDa, cross the gut barrier, travel to joints, and signal chondrocytes to lay down fresh cartilage while dialing down enzymes that break it apart. Many trials also note bonuses seniors love: better skin elasticity, sturdier nails, and easier morning movement. For coffee, add 10 to 15 grams to a hot cup first thing in the morning, at least 30 minutes before eating. Collagen is neutral tasting and dissolves well. Add a vitamin C source, a squeeze of lemon, or a pinch of acerola powder, since vitamin C is required for collagen synthesis. Here's your month-by-month stack. Month 1, collagen every morning to kickstart joint support. Month 2, keep collagen, add the mushroom blend for endurance and coordination. Month 3, layer in turmeric plus black pepper plus 1 teaspoon MCT coconut oil for inflammation control. Month 4, add Ceylon cinnamon for glucose steadiness and maca for mitochondrial pep. Cycle maca 5 on, 5 off. Across these 4 months, you're not chasing a stimulant high, you're nudging biology: mitochondria, glucose, inflammation, nerves, and collagen turnover. Consistency wins. Your turn. Which activity would you love to bring back? Hiking, gardening, dancing? Tell us in the comments which powder you'll start with. If this helped, please like, subscribe, and share so more seniors can discover a better morning routine. Thanks for watching.